guys, it is 12:42 a.m. and yeah, thanks for popping in. I'm gonna make this pretty short. I decided to take a break from studying. Our professors have opened the portals to our classes early, so I'm just trying to get a head start on some of the material. I've been taking notes and reading, and we do have an assignment that's due tomorrow by 11:59. So that's that, and I wanted to talk about some of the things that you should prepare for if you're going to go into a medical program that you can accomplish in a short amount of time. So, of course, you all know by now I go to CHCP. I am going to get I'll be graduating in August of this year with my degree in medical assisting. So, I'm excited about that. After that, I am going to enroll into Wilson College and complete my degree of medical humanities. And then, because I have to wait 6 months to a year, basically they prefer a year. So because I have to wait a year um, after medical assisting in order to get into the LPN program, my thing is like, why not finish my degree in that time frame, and then once I'll be done with my degree, then I can get into I'll complete my LPN program. I decided to actually do it at TCC, y'all. So it's more convenient for me. So that is the game plan. It is in motion. I am sitting on my floor because sometimes y'all just sitting in the bed, like, you you want your bed to be like your sanctuary in a way, in a sense. And my neck hurt. Oh, like, I think I need some new pillows. But let me not have a squirrel moment. So something that y'all can, I would say, some good tips to completing programs that are in a short amount of time. Plenty of sleep. Get plenty of sleep. Once you get your schedule and you go through like that first month, you know, and you figured out how the grading works, how the classes work, how your professor works, and how you handle studying and remembering your material, then you are able to gather a plan of how you need to get your rest. I'm a night owl, so I can be up late, but I need to get my circadian rhythm back on point because, y'all, I went to sleep at like 6 this morning, and that's annoying. Something else that you need, other ways you can prepare is calendars. I would advise you to have a small calendar that you can put in your purse and a wall calendar. Y'all, let me pause this. And a wall, yeah, and a wall calendar, because you're gonna need to like flip that out when you're in class and write down like important dates, like your test dates, your study dates, and things of that sort. And then you definitely need a wall calendar in your room, or either also in your kitchen, so when you're passing by you can just see everything you need to do, especially if you're a parent and you have kids. Then you are able to see like, okay, blah blah, I need to go to this and this day. You need to work, you go to work this and this day. Schedule in all of your workouts and etc. The next thing I'm gonna say is meal prep. With these classes, I'll say you get about an hour lunch, so you are definitely going to need to meal prep. I would even say meal prep for your household. If you're able to prepare like dinner for that day and the next day a day ahead, and just freeze the meal, it's going to make your life so much easier because you're getting in so much information in a short amount of time that you're going to you cannot eat. I know my first month, I was forgetting to eat. I was forgetting to eat, and my sleep was like thrown off. Like that was my first month was the most stressful because I was trying to figure out everything, get tested in on this day. It was a lot. So now I pretty much got a lot of the hang of it. So yeah, meal prep. I would say the second. Well, what am I on? I don't know. The next tip is to and I'm not editing this, y'all, at all. The next tip I would say is your uniforms. So make sure, I would say, get at least 4 pairs of scrubs. Now, because certain programs they do give you scrub tops that already have their school name and everything embroidered on it. What I do like is that they did give us the name of places that have permission to embroider on blank scrub tops that are, of course, exactly the same color as the ones of the establishment. So you can do that, but make sure that you have, you know, your uniforms like laid out, ironed out, and everything, because I will say they are in the medical school, they are very tedious. It is about looking neat and looking clean and being clean. Um, Hair slick back in the ponytail for us naturals, we can do it like this. This is fine. Um, if you do makeup, it has to actually be like on point. There's a certain standard when it comes to your nails, which is they can't be any longer than this, which I prefer. I do not like long nails. Um, when it comes to lashes, they have to be a certain length. Lipsticks have to be in a neutral, um, like neutral colors. Nails have to be in neutral colors, and they prefer gel nails than the other ones. So that's that. But yeah, attire and stuff is very important. And I found that very interesting that they told us when we get ready to go and interview for different jobs, if where we're doing our clinicals, if they decide not to keep you and you go and interview for other jobs, then they said what they mostly look for is not your experience, it's mostly your appearance, because CHCP has a very high like they have set the standard for medical assisting, dental assisting, and stuff like that. So other hospitals and clinics, like they want the students that come out of CHCP because of the reputation that it has, which is a good one. So that's that. Let's see. Another tip I would say is make sure to take breaks. Like right now, like I have probably been reading and taking notes since 10 o'clock. And I was like, you know what? Let me take a break and make a YouTube. Like, make sure to take your break, get you something to drink, have your snacks, and just have that moment to just kind of like breathe. Moving on to another tip, the next tip, it, because it's going to require you sacrificing a lot of time to like go and hang out and things of that sort. I would say make sure that like when you get your work, try to do as much work as you can as possible. Like try to stay ahead as much as possible. It is going to do you some good. Now there are some procrastinators. There are some that work good under pressure. I am one of those when it comes to like tests. Like I am a person that it's good for me to study the day before, and because of the grace of God and the mindset of Christ, like I'm able to absorb all that information the day before. Like I don't have to study ahead of time, because if I do, it just doesn't work for me. So you have to find your study style and how you remember, just how you remember the text and vocabulary words and stuff like that. Like for me with the vocabulary words, I made them relatable. So there's like different words that I just made relatable, or in a way where I could like remember it. Um, let's see. Another tip I would say, ladies, when it comes to your hair, get a hairstyle that is like you don't have to worry about doing every morning, like before you go to class. That will save you some time. Like, if you're, like I said, if you're natural, you can just, wrap it up, put it in like a little bun or whatever the case, or a little slick back. Braids. I do have my fake um, dreadlocks over here, the crochet. Y'all know that is my favorite hairstyle. So I'm definitely probably going to like put those in. Number one, to protect my hair from like this cold weather, and two, something I don't have to worry about doing my hair. That's something. I would say also another tip is um, take notes. A mistake that I did make, because I'm a note taker, and on one of my tests last year, I didn't pass in class. I didn't pass it by like 5 points, y'all. And with my professor, she was like, "Bring me your notes." So when she looked at my notes, she was like, "You're taking notes from the notes that I'm giving you." So like they would give us like a set of notes or whatever to study by sometime, and because I'm so like detailed, like I'll pick it apart, I was making notes out of those notes. And so that was a good lesson for me. Like, just study what's given and don't take extra notes on top of the notes that's already given. Um, I'll say another tip. If you work well with, if you're good with study groups, find you a good study group. If not, don't. I am a person, I like to study on my own. Because sometimes I find in study groups, people get sidetracked. We're talking about our personal lives. You start, wanting, if you're out at a place, like you're eating and drinking more than you're studying. Like, no, like I'm a person, I do better. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't know this cover was in the way like that. Sorry. I do better studying on my own and making my own notes. I'm not a flashcard girl. I am more so, I am very, oh, I turned the page, but it's notes on the opposite side. I am very, I'm a notes person. I am very paper and pen. So, that's my study style, as well as sometimes I'll remember in school when they used to have you write like your spelling words like 3 times. Like I'll I'll do stuff like this sometimes with certain things that I'm having a hard time remembering when it comes to like the definition. So that's that. Um, what else? I'll say another note. Make sure that you are exercise is really really good for healthcare professionals, because you are standing on your feet majority of the time, and then you can develop a sedentary lifestyle, which means that you are sitting majority of the time, depending on what it is that you do. And if you're sitting too long, sometimes that causes the lack of blood flow in your body, especially like in the your lower body. And so that can also cause blood clots, and you don't want those. So you got to make sure that you are moving, that you are like get in at least 2 workouts during the week. Do some stretching. I am a huge advocate for stretching when I get up in the morning, and taking doing breath work, taking deep breaths. And then I'm also a huge advocate for stretching before I go to bed. um, it just relaxes your body, relaxes those muscles, and all of those things, and it just relieves some of that, pressure and stuff off, out of your body. Um, I would say also get to know. I would say get to know the people in your class. Now, depending, that has a lot to do based on like your character and just how you socialize. So if you you kind of click with somebody, y'all on the same vibe, same wavelength, y'all kind of learn the same, link up and get you a study buddy, and also pay attention to like the learning style of your professor as well, because everybody teaches different. Take advantage of tutoring. They have 24-hour tutoring. I think the campus, um, if I'm not, don't quote me, but I think that campus doesn't close until like 2 o'clock in the morning with this well at this particular school, because there are other schools. You have Concord, and there's some other ones. You have you know it's a lot of other ones. So take advantage of the tutoring. As for me, this weather, y'all, it's cold right now. Like I have my heater on. I have it on 73, and it's cold in my room. So I ain't gonna do no type of tutoring, because on top of I have kids, and I just need, it's just a no. It's just a no. In the summertime, like once it warms up, then I will probably like go on campus, stay on campus, like to work on labs and different techniques to make sure that I'm A1 in what I'm doing, because I want to be the best medical assistant that came out of CHCP with that 4.0. Like I'm not playing no games. And so that's that. Let me see. Other tips: make sure you always have your laptop charged up overnight before you go into class. That was a thing, um, last year, and it happens. Like sometimes you can forget um, your laptop charger. It happens, but like it is really vital that keep your laptop charged that they give you when you bring it to class, and then also just bring it with bring it in your bag. Um, Huge tip: everything that you need to take to school, like pack your bag the night before. Just keep your bag packed. I would say have two different bags. If there's a day where you're not gonna need like all of your notes and stuff like that or whatever, cool. I say have a backpack and then have like a big purse. I know a lot of the nurses are. It's some kind of new bag. It's almost kind of like it looked like Crocs make the bag, but I'm not sure. But a lot of nurses are getting it. Um, I'm not the one to follow the trends in it, like that. I have a huge I have a really pretty leather crossbody bag. I got it when I wrote my first book, because it's for writers. It's a satchel. I've had a lot of people try to buy that off of me because it is pure leather. Um, and then I have a big purse that you can probably fit a twin size comforter in that purse. So, and I use that too. So that's that. Um, I would say another tip: get to campus early if you can. For me, I be pushing it, y'all, because after my son has to be at school at a certain time, and then as soon as I take him to school, I have to kind of like speed my way to class so that I make it on time. What I do like that this semester I saw that they said we're not counted late until 8:15, so that works for me. Cause boy, I was pushing it to get there by 8 o'clock. But if you can get there earlier, where you have like 10 to 15 minutes to like settle into class, I advise that you do that. Some more tips, because you are graded on. I think this may be the last tip, and then I'll do the next video. I'll do is like the pros and the cons of um, becoming a medical assistant, like as far as the school. Um, I would say, oh my gosh, what was I about to say? It was a tip too. Yeah, I forgot what that last tip was. It was a good one too. But like I just wanted to pop in and just kind of share like some of the tips going into um, any medical program that you're going to be, going into, um, at first when you get in it, especially if it's like a foreign language to you, just give yourself grace, trust the process, trust yourself, take your time, um, and I can't stress enough, like, give yourself grace, give yourself a lot of grace, because it is a lot to learn. And I would say, do not underestimate, um, do not underestimate your intelligence, because it's interesting how people differentiate people who are smart, intelligent, and brilliant when, um, some people are born smart. Then I would say there are people who, I feel like intelligence can be learned. You can learn intelligence. Smart, you're born, you can just be born smart. I feel like when it comes to brilliance, that is an extremely rare gift from God. That's how I feel about that. But all across the board, they're really one and the same, because you're only intelligent in what you know. So, you may run across some people that they may know way more about what it is that, you're doing, whatever field you're going into. They may know way more about it than you. Don't feel like you're less intelligent than they are. They are just intelligent in that because they've already done it. So when, you know what I mean, like, don't sell yourself short with that, because there's some things that you're gonna know that other people are not gonna know. And whatever you study, whatever you're interested in, then of course um, you're going to be more educated in someone that knows those things, or that has read those things, watched those things, listened to those things, studied to those things, because they interest you. So really, it's not that people are more intelligent than the other, it's just that they have just indulged themselves in what it is that interests them. So don't be intimidated by that. And something that I had to learn, and this will be the last one, something that I learned is that I know I went in, and in my class, like, I was the oldest in my class. Like I said, I'm hoping that there is like at least 2 to 3 more people in there that are like around my age, like late 30s, early 40s, um, because you can just feel like an outsider when it comes to that. But like, I had to look at it as what experience have I already went through that I can give to these young girls that can help them in their life. So look at it that way. If you're older and you're getting into a field that is like brand new, um, just think about you being planted there because you have something to water, like, other people with. Um, and yeah, that is it. I am about to probably get back to a little bit more reading. I'm gonna finish taking my break. It's 1:06 right now in the morning. I'm gonna try to go to bed at about 3. Um, yeah, about 3. And yeah, guys, y'all stay warm. Enjoy your weekend. I'll pop in again, with some more content, this week. Like, we're gonna go over the pros and cons of being a medical assistant, the stigma of medical assistants, because medical assistants get get snubbed. They get snubbed a lot by nurses, and that aggravates me, because all the stuff that we are learning and that we do is to benefit the higher ups. It's to benefit, you know what I mean? And so we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into, um, social elitism. We're gonna get into all that. So y'all have a good day. Stay warm. I hope y'all went out and got groceries, got your water, let your faucets drip so they don't freeze, and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all next time.